Hello, welcome back to Wenzel's World, and hope you're having a good pipe week. And if you're new to this particular channel, my channel, first of all, again, let me say welcome. And this channel, I remember things that have been in my life since I'm somewhat past middle age, and of course, coping with things that are, and making plans for the future. So that's mainly what the channel is about. And of course, we smoke a pipe. And to say again, I hope you've been enjoying Pipe Week. And I have. I've been spending more time on YouTube looking at the different presenters and the things that they're talking about as far as pipe and tobacco and other things that interest them. And so I've been looking at more presenters and enjoying it. So I encourage you to look at the different presenters and see what they have to offer and talking about, and enjoy your pipe and pipe week. So as far as pipes and tobacco go, today I've got my Peterson spigot systemized P-lip pipe. And I'm enjoying this particular blend today. Peterson Deluxe Navy Roll. This particular tin of tobacco and blend is one of their pricier blends. So if you want to check it out and order a tin of it, then don't be surprised what price it might be. Now, it's not going to be an arm and a leg, but it'll be a finger, I guess. You can catch it on sale, and you can get some discounts different places, it's according to where you ordered from. But this particular blend says about it is handcrafted from the world's finest tobacco. Virginia and Louisiana Perique have been pressed and rolled. The tobacco keeps maturing while continuously being pressed and then cut finely. So that's what this particular tobacco is. Virginia and Louisiana Perique. Now, since it's that, then if you know much about Perique, it's going to be somewhat peppery, and you just have to be careful with it and puff on it gently and slowly in small puffs, because if you don't, you're going to get the tongue bite, which means it's going to burn your tongue. So I don't know how new you are to pipe smoking and things like that. Those of you that are veterans, whatever that is, that have used this particular blend or others like it, then you know what, those terms I just described, just used, you know what they mean. If you're new to pipe smoking, well, stick around. So I'm inside the creek today. Hadn't had any rain in a couple of weeks, right at a couple of weeks or so. And so I found a dry spot here up under the old railroad bridge. So I don't know what the sound's going to be like exactly. And of course you can hear it because right here beside of me, the water comes down from up there, down, down, down off of these rocks. And then there's about 4 inches where it falls off into a little pool of water and on down, down into this pool back behind me. This pool back behind me keeps on flowing till it empties out into the Dix River. So that's the reason you're hearing waterfalls. So if you like pleasant sounds of waterfall, then you should enjoy this. If it's distracting to you, then accept my apologies. But continue to listen. For those of you that are new to this channel, and for those of you that stop in every week, then I remind you or let you know that I've been sampling these different Peterson tobacco blends. And we've looked at many of them. Now you can go back to the playlist and look and see the different videos that I've done and see which ones we've covered. I don't have a wordy description of them all, but I give you somewhat of an idea and read the 10 and so forth and give you some bit of an idea of what it's like, what the nicotine level's like and things like that. So you can look at the video playlist and go back and look and see these different blends in case you're wondering about choosing some of them. I got started in this thinking back in the cold time of the first of the year about wonder what it would be like to smoke a Peterson blend and a Peterson pipe. So I've been finding out. In my tamper, when I'm out in the woods like this, or down here at the creek or something like that, I usually don't take a tamper with me. I can find one. That's just a stick. I'll whittle the top of it down a little bit to get it a little bit flatter. Just a stick. But you know what? Make a good tamper. And my Zippo lighter. My little pipe symbol's about wore off. Mm-hmm. That's what you need for outdoors and where the wind's blowing a lot. They won't go out hardly unless it's real low of fluid or if you put the cap down on it. So they'll keep a burning while you're trying to light your pipe if it's windy. And that's not windy here this morning, and it is morning for me. Got a good taste of this here Deluxe Navy Rose or pipe tobacco gold. And I'm down about middle way in this bowl here. And you're going to get, if you're sensitive to nicotine, you're going to get a little nicotine hit from it. And so you need to be ready for that. If you enjoy some nicotine, then you'll enjoy that part of it. If all you're doing is sitting and puffing, it stays lit good. If you're sitting and talking, then it'll go out with you. Speaking of which, again, now I ask you, are you enjoying pipe weed? And so when I say, are you enjoying pipe weed, let me put this camera over just a tad bit and down. So, okay, all right. You know, the YTPC, YouTube Pipe Community, is about like a big online pipe club where you sit around. If you were in a pipe club somewhere or another and you were sitting with other people and talking and smoking and things like that, then that's about what the YTPC is. It's an online pipe community where we could be one or more people talking, could be one person like myself. And we call these uh, channels, we call them presenters, where we present our world of what we're doing, what we're smoking, and things like that. We talk about pipes and tobacco. So the YTPC is like a pipe club, and therefore then we're instead of meeting at some neutral, going and meeting at a neutral place, we're looking on our uh, phones, laptops, tablets, and things like that, and looking at these different presenters and maybe smoking along with them. That's what I do a lot. I look at I've got a whole bunch that I've subbed to, and so I look at them, listen to them. Most of the time I'm puffing on a pipe or listening to what they say and so on. And so they talk about things. Some things real funny. Uh, St. David yesterday, he's got a good pipe channel. You ought to tune him in. St. David Pipes. And he talking about when he was a young fella, he got some tongue bite, and an older gentleman said to him, he said, my pipe burns my tongue. And he said, it's not your pipe, it's you. Oh man, that tickled me. I busted out laughing. I could picture all of that. So that's what I'm saying. We got this here YouTube pipe community, and we sit around, and enjoy pipes and tobaccos and hear about tobacco reviews and look at the different pipes. I saw this particular pipe here on John's Pipe Journey. I had to take a moment to think of how he terms his channel. John's Pipe Journey. You tune him in, listen to him. And he's got several videos out. He showed that pipe right there, and I thought, boy, that's pretty. So I looked it up and ordered that. I guess that's probably the most expensive pipe I've got. I've been hoping I could get one of these artisan pipes, if I could get around someplace and actually meet somebody that's a pipe maker and talk with them. They look at me, I look at them, and we question and talk back and forth and find a pipe that tickles my fancy, you know what I'm saying, and buy one of those artisan pipes like that. So far, I never been to a pipe show, and so usually don't go to pipe brick and mortar stores, although there is one up in Lexington, and there's one down in Gatlinburg. So then you've got 1 hour from them and one 2 hours from them. I've been to both of them. But usually I order things online. I mean, it's easy. Price of gas, it's by the time you pay the postage and buy the gas, and so unless you just want to talk to people. So as far as my conversing with people and talking with people, I usually chat with them, in the comments, which that's one thing I had a hard time about whether or not I should even start a channel. I'm an introvert, okay? So I don't feed off people. I get from those that are extroverts, I get drained from them. I consider myself a good listener, not so much a good talker, although I do have a lot of talking going on. I've been preaching 42 years, and I've got two different radio stations, 30 minutes each, that I preach on every week. And then I pastor a Baptist church, and so, I've got quite a bit going on with that and talking to people and then, visiting and whatnot like that. So really my nature, if I was 40 miles away from everybody on 5,000 acres and I lived right in the middle of it, I'd be just satisfied, okay? But since the Lord's called me to preach back 42 years ago, you can't live that way. got to get around people. If you're going to preach the gospel, you got to get around people. Of course, I left out one thing. I preach at the jail over here, the local county jail on Friday nights. And so you see, then I'm an introvert preaching the gospel to anybody that'll listen. So I was a little bit hesitant about beginning this YouTube channel, and I really began it with my leather crafting uh, hobby, which is really what it is. And so I don't make a living off of leather crafting. If I did, I'd starved a long time ago. But anyway, I sell some leather products and things like that. But I began this here YouTube channel, with smoking and talking about pipe smoking and things like that. So that's the reason I encourage you to check out the other presenters this week and enjoy Pipe Week and take part of it and things like that. So I believe it benefits you. Well, I won't talk much longer. Let me look and see how long I've been on. 16 minutes. I'll probably do another video this week. I don't usually do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and probably won't do that nowhere near that many. But if you're new to pipe smoking and you don't know much about it, and you've been looking at some of these things and you're thinking about starting, let me recommend the granddaddy to you. That's going to be Mutton Chop Piper. And he'll show you everything you need to know about getting started with pipe smoking. I can consider him letting you know everything there is to know. So, well, that was a lot of smoke, wasn't it? Trying to keep the pipe leaders getting down to the low to the bottom now. Oh yeah, got it lit good now. So anyway, you enjoy Pipe Week and we'll look at the different presenters. Make comments. You say, well, I don't usually comment. Well, why not? And be courteous and kind in your comments and encouraging. And so make comments and things like that. Look at the different things that are going on. Take part in it. There's some humorous things with these scarecrows that they've made. So, anyways, I want to thank Raphael and Lady Fire for all the work. They haven't said much about it, but don't you know you can just about think? I know what it was like whenever I was trying to take down all the names and write down and keep up with all that stuff. Whenever I was trying to, when I reached 100 subscribers, I've done a giveaway. Could you imagine what it's like for them? I mean, you say, well, it's just a week. Well, they've been planning on this thing before that. So you, when you go to their channel, check out their channel, which is Flat Cap Piper. Check out their channel and leave a comment and encourage them for being a part of this pipe week, a big part of it. So anyway, you enjoy the day or the evening, whatever time you're listening, and get your favorite pipe and get you one of your favorite blends of tobacco and enjoy. And think about the past, where you've been and where you came from, things you've learned, where you are, and what's going on in your life, and think about tomorrow. Because if there is a tomorrow, you'll be living in it. And you'll need to make maybe some plans for today for a better tomorrow. So until we meet again, maybe again one day this week, since it's pipe week. Till we meet again, you have a good rest of the day or evening.